Welcome everyone to the Weekly Bytes. Since we missed last Friday's episode, today you're going to get 2 bites at the cookie. So let's dive in. Last week, Microsoft announced that the Office 365 icons are going to get their first redesign in 5 years. I have to say they look pretty slick. This week, Microsoft is hinting that Windows 10 icons are going to get a full makeover just like Office 365 did. I wouldn't expect to see them before the next major Windows update in the first half of 2019, but I'm looking forward to the refresh because the current icon scheme has been sticking around since Windows Vista. We see some changes coming to the Google Assistant, namely in the form of the Pretty Please. It encourages users to say their pleases and thank yous, but if you really don't mean it, does it count? Speaking of being nice, you can also ask your Google Assistant to call Santa so that you can have a one-on-one chat with the big jolly fellow himself. You know, put in a good word, make sure he got your letter, stuff like that. For those of you who know PewDiePie and his YouTube channel, he's one of the biggest YouTube channels on YouTube, arguably the biggest currently. Somebody has been hacking printers worldwide on his behalf and spitting out pages that say, subscribe to PewDiePie. I have to say, kind of ingenious. Right now there's a bit of a war, for those of you who don't know, there's a bit of a competition, sorry I said war, but competition, between PewDiePie and an Indian music recording label who has exploded onto the scene in 2018 and is now sitting only 150,000 subscribers back of PewDiePie's subscription limit. To give you context, they're both sitting around 72 million subscribers. That's a lot of pull for a single person. Apple faces some serious issues with their newest iPhones. A company called Data Savers has announced that they have a 100% success rate at recovering data or accessing data on a locked and encrypted iPhone. Apple, didn't you say that that data was safe? 100% success rate is not fluke, it's not luck. They found a flaw. So much for that encryption, iPhone users. I bid you good luck with law enforcement in the future. In some cool machine learning news, Sony announced that they have set the world record for the ResNet 50 training time, coming in at a whopping 224 seconds to train the ResNet 50. They used 2100 Nvidia Tesla V100 GPUs to achieve a 75% accuracy in that 224 seconds. It might not sound impressive to say 3 and 4 is excellent, but in the machine learning world as today stands, that's pretty damn impressive, especially given the amount of time. Last week, OnePlus announced their McLaren edition of the OnePlus 6T. This phone is reportedly going to sport 10 gigabytes of RAM, which is, again, setting another record in RAM on a cell phone, and come with 256 gigs of on-device storage. Unfortunately, while the partnership was announced on November 27th, the phones will only be available in England and India, although I'm sure that any determined individual will find one on eBay. Nvidia announced their Titan RTX card. For those of you who have been waiting for something better than a 2080 Ti, there's a Titan RTX. Sorry, I almost said Titan X there. This card, though, isn't as targeted as gamers as it was previously. The new card, it has a whopping $2,500 US price tag, but it does come with a massive 24 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. For those of you who have deep pockets and want the best of the best, and don't mind shelling out that kind of dough, there it is. Sony is celebrating 5 years of the PS4, just in time for the swirling rumors of the PS5. I'd like to offer a friendly reminder, though, to everyone who's waiting for a PS5 that both Sony and Microsoft a few years ago said that there's a 7-year refresh cycle on their consoles. That means that the earliest, assuming that 2018 is 5 years, the earliest you're going to see a new console is 2020. So buckle up, it's still a long journey to go. That said, neither company when they said 7 years, was planning a mid-cycle refresh like the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X. So who knows if they're sticking to the 7 years or if that kind of reset the counter and we can expect another few years after 2020 before we see a PS5. Guess we're going to have to wait and see. I know all of you love your LTE on your cell phones, that 4G goodness. Side note, LTE is 4G. What 4G was being called by all of the carriers in North America, at least, was actually 3.5G because, you know, they needed to rebrand it and they couldn't call it 3.5G because the average consumer might get confused. So they called it 4G and then LTE became its own thing. But anyways, for those of you who love that, I have 5G news. Yeah, that's right, 5G. So while we've all been enjoying 4G, 5G testing has been going on at several public locations worldwide. It offers phenomenal speeds, although technically my understanding of it is it has a limited range at the moment. So we might see an increase in density of cell antennas and radios. Apple has stated that they're not going to include a 5G chip in their iPhone until 2020, while Samsung has announced that in 2019 you can expect a Samsung Galaxy phone with a 5G chip in it. Now all we need are carriers to support 5G en masse so that you can actually use it regularly. So that brings our news to a close today. You can expect to see another episode Wednesday. We've got a wonderful unboxing coming to you tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing you later. If you like the video, if you like the news, give us a thumbs up so that we know we should continue making these videos. If you didn't like it, give us a thumbs down, leave us a comment as to why. And don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell so that we get more subscribers and we can bring you better content. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.